Chebukati stood and tried to give people credible elections. If there was theft, then he didn't see. Okay, I believe he didn't see. And I believe he tried to avert the theft. So Chebukati has tried to clean himself. When I see him seated among the people, I am, I'm less worried. I'm not so much worried about the credibility of the elections because I know that sometimes he tries to do his best. He has seen the likes of the former ECK chairman, the late Kivuitu. He has seen where the country can go if you handle elections badly. So I believe Chebukati is being cautioned, is having caution, is being cautionary in handling the election in election matters. But politicians will be politicians, always. Politicians will try to play politics, always. And the CSs who have been invited into parliament to run parliament, to run into the executive, to run the executive from parliament, will always be politicians. You cannot tell me Najib Balala is not a politician. He is, but wearing a hat of an executive person in the government of Uhuru Kenyatta. Eugene Wamalwa has been a politician for the rest of his time. I don't know about Matiang'i. I hear Matiang'i was a PA to the Chai. Yes. Something like that, somewhere. I do not know about the ICT minister or ICT CS. But I know others who have been politicians. That's why sometimes when you see people who are amateurs in politics, like Kibicho, they make mistakes here and there, trying to learn the way in which to support the state in being politicians, you know. But I urge him to learn slowly. Anyway, as we go forward into elections, the chairman should try more and more to sanitize himself and to sanitize other commissioners. Because the commission works through voting system. How many are for this? The minutes are done through voting, and what carries the day is what has the majority, you know, and that decision is done like that. So the commission should just come out and clean their hands so that when they sit with politicians, we know that what they are planning is really okay. If they are sitting with those politicians, then they should allow us to, including me, to sit there and to see. I also want a chance to know what is happening inside, you know? Okay. Yeah, because I'm from the other side, you know, so that all Kenyans can be satisfied and my followers too.
And of course, as we wrap up this particular conversation so that we can shift to Kasarani, let me start with you, Kiragu. Your final remarks on the credibility of the election itself.
Well, my brother, the government is a toxic soil. Other flowers may bloom, others may not bloom. For the IBC, it might bloom if they do their work independently. It might not bloom if they allow themselves to be involved by third parties. And I think it's high time that the IBC organizes its house and carries out its mandate to ensure transparent and credible elections ahead of 2022. And seeing cabinet secretaries being involved in such actions, it's not fair. It's very unfair, because what these cabinet secretaries are doing, they're trying to bring native and divisive politics in the process. And I want to tell them that divisive and native politics have no place in our modern society. They should stop. And they should allow electorates to carry out elections in a mature way and in a very pragmatic approach. Yeah.
Finally, in whose hands? In whose hands are we safe?
I'll say this. You see, we are safe as a country where we have a leader who will uphold Chapter 6 of the Constitution. That is leadership and integrity. We talk about fighting corruption, we talk about the economy, we talk about all these things. All those things are not possible until we have a leader who will uphold the leadership and integrity chapter in the Constitution. Because everything falls under that. Issues on tribalism, issues on corruption, issues on the economy, everything falls under that. So once that is upheld, believe you me, you will be in the canon that we always told we are going to canon. You realize? So I believe the voter should be wise enough to interrogate. I see every day there are new aspirants who are actually coming up saying they're vying for presidency. It's welcome, you know.
Yes.